50 miles north of Albany is the small city of Glens Falls. With a population of just under 15,000, this tidy post-industrial community is home to one of the most impressive art collections between New York City and Montreal, the Hyde Collection. Charlotte Prine, daughter to wealthy industrialist and Finch Prine paper mill owner Samuel Prine, met Lewis Hyde while in finishing school in Boston. The couple were married in 1901 and relocated from Boston to Glens Falls, where an administrative position at Finch Prine awaited Lewis. The Hydes built their home on a hill overlooking the paper mill. Completed in 1912, it is a spacious Italian Renaissance jewel with lush grounds and many fine details, inside and out. It is in the rooms of this beautiful house that the Hyde Collection began. The Hydes, especially Charlotte, enjoyed collecting art. Over a period of 50 years, they would build what is now the permanent collection of the museum, almost 3,000 items, including paintings, sculpture, furniture, and decorative arts. With the help of notable art historians, they acquired important works by the old masters, including Botticelli, El Greco, Rembrandt, and Rubens. After Lewis's death in 1934, Mrs. Hyde continued to expand the collection, adding modern masterpieces by Degas, Picasso, Renoir, and Seurat. The collection continues to grow through acquisitions and represents nearly 25 centuries of the arts.
It really is an eclectic collection. What's remarkable about it is that when you come to the museum, you'll see things from, again, the history of Western art, but you'll also see works of very small scale. Mrs. Hyde certainly acquired these things because she wanted to live with them, and it's one of the great, I think, the most charming aspects of the institution, that you can walk in a room and see a work by a Baroque painter, and then take 5 steps and see an example of a small sculpture by a late 19th century artist as well. Somehow Mrs. Hyde was able to make that eclecticism work. She wanted to live with these things, and that's really, you get that sense when you're here in the museum.
Today, the Hyde Collection has grown into much more than just a home and gallery. It combines the intimacy of the historic house with the sophistication and scope of a much larger art museum.
One of the great things about the Hyde Collection is that we've evolved into this wonderful hybrid. You know, we have historic Hyde House, which is truly the anchor of the institution, and gives you that sense of historic integrity in place. But we also have the 1999 Education Wing, which really turned us from being just an historic house museum into a modern museum complex. That complex allows us to do these wonderful educational programs that give kids an opportunity to come up into Hyde House or to see or interact with one of our special exhibitions that we do here at the museum, because we do temporary shows, probably 6 to 8 a year. But then go back to the art studio where they can throw the paint around and have great fun doing some form of an art-making activity inspired by or based upon their interaction with the objects, either in Hyde House or in the temporary galleries.
Defined by a unique combination of tradition and innovation, the Hyde Collection strives to be an exceptional participant in the cultural, educational, and economic life of a growing and changing upstate New York.
We truly are able to take you from the ordinary to the extraordinary as soon as you walk through our front door. So I'm not saying that we can be all things to all people, but we do provide a diversity of the experience that's well worth your time.
The Hyde Collection is more than a world-class art museum. It is a vital cultural and educational resource, a perfect arts destination for both novice and enthusiast alike.